became temporarily blind. Act 13. 6-12 These actions had a salutary effect on those witnessing them. Such apostolic powers, however, did not give authority, or license, to others to pronounce maledictions. James warns against Christians improperly using the tongue for cursing man. Just 3. 9-12. Compare PS 109. 17, 18 with Col 3. 8-10. Whereas history records that in post-apostolic times and down through the centuries religious organizations have published many anathemas and interdicts against individuals, cities, and nations, it also shows that the agent employed to make such malediction effective has invariably been, not the power of God, but the earthly power of a church or of the secular state. In contrast, at Psalm 37, 3-9, 22 we are counseled to wait on Jehovah, since those being blessed by him will themselves possess the earth, but those upon whom evil is called by him will be cut off. Such cutting off is included in the malediction Jesus pronounces on the curse goat class of his prophetic parable at Matthew 25. 31-46. In connection with the new heavens and a new earth, evil is also prophesied to be called down on sinners. Isa 65. 17, 20. Say curse. Melothi mal middle dot lothi from a root meaning make signs. Utter. A Kohathite Levite and one of the 14 sons of the singer Heman. 1 ch 25. 4, 5 The family served as musicians under the direction of their father Heman. When David organized the divisions of the Levites to serve in turns at the house of Jehovah, the 19th lot fell to Melothi, who assumed the headship of that division of 12 musicians. 1 ch 25. 6, 26. Malos Heb. O middle dot Roth or O middle dot Roth. The dwarf Malo O textoi acute muritra longo, Malachi 302, 4. An Israelite of the sons of Harim among those who had taken foreign wives, but who dismissed them in Ezra's time. Ez 10. 31, 32, 44. 5. One of the priests, or a forefather of one, attesting by seal the trustworthy arrangement made in Nehemiah's day. Ne 9. 38. 10. 4. 6. An Israelite, one of the heads of the people, whose descendant, if not he himself, attested the trustworthy arrangement made in the time of Nehemiah. Ne 9. 38. 10. 1, 14, 27. Malachi Malu Middle. Chi. A priestly family whose representative served in the days of High Priest Joachim, and in the days of Ezra and Governor Nehemiah. Ne 12. 12, 14, 26. The name Malachi is in the Masoretic text with the care, or marginal notation, that it should be read as Melaku, which latter form is found in the King James Version. The Greek Septuagint reads Malach, which some scholars think was the original form. These scholars suggest that there is no way of proving it that the adding of ayod in Hebrew at the end of the name came about when the first letter of the following word was unintentionally repeated in manuscript copying. Malta Malta. An island in the Mediterranean lying about 100 kilometers 60 miles of Sicily and having an area of about 246 square kilometers 95 square mi. It was at Malta that the Apostle Paul was shipwrecked, and there he remained for 3 months. During this time he healed Publius' father and others afflicted with sicknesses. Act 28. 1, 7-9, 11. In the past some associated the Greek word rendered Malta middle.lita with Maljet or Italian Meldop the W coast of the Balkan Peninsula, because anciently this island was called Melita. But tradition and the evidence of scripture point to Malta as the place where Paul experienced shipwreck. The designation Sea of Adria, where the boat was said to be as it approached Malta, came to include the waters of the Mediterranean E of Sicily and W of Crete, and therefore, it could be said that Malta was bounded by this sea. Act 27. 27. Paul's shipwreck. Sometime after Atonement Day in September or October the ship on which Paul was travelling as a prisoner left the Cretan harbour of Fair Havens and was seized by tempestuous wind Aquilo, apparently from the N. It drove the ship away from the coast of Crete to Corda, and the mariners feared being run aground on the Syrtis, the quicksands along the shores of northern Africa. Act 27. 8, 9, 13-17 An wind could not have caused the vessel to drift toward Muljet, about 1,000 kilometers 600 mi nW of quarter. Evidently the boat, after drifting some 2 weeks, neared Malta, about 870 kilometers 540 mi nW of quarter. Act 27. 33. See Euro Aquilo. What is today called a St. Paul's Bay, situated on the NE side of Malta, could have been reached on a WNW course without previously touching any other part of the island of Malta. Perhaps when their trained ears heard breakers dashing against rocky Korokora Head, which juts out into the Mediterranean from the eastern side of St. Paul's Bay, the sailors began to suspect that they were approaching land. The depths of 20 fathoms and 15 fathoms. A fathom equals 1.8 meters, 6 feet ascertained by them basically correspond to soundings made in the mid-19th century in the St. Paul's Bay area. Act 27. 27, 28.